Well, good morning, YouTube. We're going to do a different video today. This is not going to be a typical car video. I don't even know exactly what we're going to do, but I thought the events going on in Austin are so unusual that I should document it and show you. So I know immediately all of you northerners, and I am a northern northerner from Michigan, so I know 8 inches of snow and 8 degrees Fahrenheit is not that big of a deal. It's pretty typical for winter up north, but Austin literally has nothing to be able to combat this sort of stuff. And stuff like our houses aren't even designed to handle this sort of weather. So they run the pipes in the attic where it's uninsulated. So right now, a lot of the people's pipes have frozen and burst. 300,000 people in Austin are without power. And that's just in Austin. They said there's over 4 million people in the state of Texas without power right now. So it is, yeah, it's a disaster. It's definitely disasters. We are really, really lucky. We have power. We have no internet. So I don't know when I'm going to upload this video. No internet, no outside communications. Our cell tower that's close by was down or something for most of the day yesterday. It looks like we have cell phone again, so I've been able to kind of catch up with some of the emails and internet stuff going on. A friend of mine just sent out a request for help for anyone that has a truck to help rescue some healthcare workers that I guess are stuck at the hospital or something. So we might be going and doing that in a minute. I've already had to rescue Megan's mom because they lost power about 30 something hours ago. So their house is down to 40 degrees. Megan's dad decided to stay home and, I don't know, look over the house. I don't know. We offered to bring him over, but Meg's mom stayed here last night, so at least we could keep her warm. Yes, and the neighbors are over there doing something. I don't know. Are you guys playing? Having fun? Playing in the snow. We might be rescuing some people in a minute here. I actually pulled a guy out of the ditch yesterday, and we also rescued someone who crashed their car, or I should say someone crashed into their car. It was a 78-year-old gentleman. Turns out he's actually a big vintage race car driver, so we drove him home because he had just gotten out of the hospital from surgery, so we felt like that was the right thing to do to drive him home. Hopefully my truck will start. It didn't even start yesterday. It was so cold that the diesel gelled up and it wouldn't start, so we'll try and start it up in a minute. I think I'm gonna go get his tow strap. So yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, and yeah, it was so cold, even our bathroom, the master bath pipes froze. So this morning I turned on the water, no water. Yeah. So quite interesting day, quite an interesting week.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
All right, let's see if the truck starts. It's about 22 degrees right now, so we'll give it a shot. All right. Hey, not bad. I'll take it. Started up pretty decent. By the way, I just want to say something real quick to clarify. I'm not like doing this to brag about helping people. I'm doing this because I believe helping people is a good thing. So I'm hoping this inspires other people to step out of their comfort zones and help other people. I'm not doing like humble bragging or being like, oh, I'm such a good person, I'm helping. No, you should want to help other people. It should be innately human to help other people. I'm not trying to shame you into helping people or anything like that. Just I think it's a good thing to help people. Yeah, let's see if we can't help some people. So I'm on my way to go pick up the tow straps for my trailer, and holy cow, I drove past one of the Whole Foods in the Domain, and there are about 300 people in line, basically because there's almost nothing open. So no one's got any food. It's crazy. This is insanity. Well, anyway, at least there appears to be dry spots on this part of the highway, so that's good. I feel a little bit safer about that, but it is not good conditions out here. If you do not have four-wheel drive, you should not be out here. You will get stuck. It's nasty. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like every little hill, the two-wheel drive cars are just getting stuck. It's just gnarly out here. Ugh, man. All right, made it to the trailer safely. Let's grab some straps and pull some people out of the ditch. All right, so I got some chains so we can pull some people. Just got a text and a phone call from our neighbor, and their pipe burst, flooded their living room. Man, this is just total disaster. Well, all right, I guess we'll work our way back home, and if we see anyone, we'll try and pull them out of the ditch.
A few moments later.
All right, well, just dropped off some people. A friend of mine runs a Facebook group that's got like 8,000+ people who are into cars in the Austin area, and sent them a message basically saying, hey, if you own a truck and you're in the Austin area and you want to help, send me a text. So I did, and they said there was a bunch of people trying to get to and from the hospital for work. So a bunch of healthcare employees, and I guess their cars are stuck or they can't drive or whatever. And so I volunteered, and they sent me a text and said, hey, can you pick up these people? So I went and picked up 2 people, brought them to the hospital, and they're working now. Yay! I'm just waiting for them to see if anyone needed a ride home before I head home. Yeah, doing good deeds. Yeah, there's just a semi-truck blocking the entire road, just abandoned. This is insane. And then immediately to my right is another car just abandoned.
The next day.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It's been about a day, well, not quite a day, since I filmed last. I didn't film the rest of the day yesterday because I was just super busy running around. I ended up transporting people back and forth to the hospital, employees of the hospital, not sick people, employees of the hospital who couldn't get to work or couldn't get back to the hotels from work. It's so bad that most of the hospital employees, they're putting in hotels close to the hospitals so that they can get back and forth, because if they go home, they'll get stuck. Also, an update, I think one of our pipes may have burst. So 2 of my neighbors had pipes burst yesterday. Oh, and just when you think it's all over, no, Mother Nature decides to give us one last uppercut, and it rained and sleeted all night last night. So this morning we woke up and everything's coated in a thick layer of ice. So I'll show you what's going on. The good news, we have internet. I don't know how we got internet back, but we do. So I might actually be able to upload this video. So I'm gonna try and film it and get it out today. Stuff's crazy right now. And the really sad thing is, like, we're fortunate. We've had power for most of the time, so we've been able to keep heat going. But yeah, I think that pipe's gonna be a problem. All right, so the sleet and rain stopped about an hour ago, but you can see we've got basically everything's in a layer of ice. Gotta walk really, really careful right here. Okay, yeah, this is all ice. So walking carefully, you can see the truck is now coated in a fresh layer of ice. Like everything, that's all ice. Let's see. So my fear is that I think the roads are now coated in ice. Let's go over here to the side of the house and I'll show you the leak. All right, so this is what really concerns me, is there is ice that came out of the siding up there. See that? So it actually came out. Right there's where it started. And it dripped down the side of the house. So that is a major concern. Oh, that's I guess a good sign. I actually have the water pressure off. Okay, that was frozen up, so that thawed out. I mean, I think we might have to possibly turn on the water to find out where it's coming from. I don't know. Man, I just got a call from the hospital people. They were asking if I could help today. I guess they're desperate. This sucks. I don't know what to do because I don't think it's safe out there. I think it's really bad. Plus, I feel like I gotta take care of this problem. I don't know. Yeah. I guess when you're trying to find the leak. Quick side note. Again, I'm from Michigan, so like I've dealt with cold and snow and stuff like that. But this is bad, really bad. Like, Texas doesn't build houses to handle the cold, which is idiotic to me, but they do, and nothing's able to handle this. There's no plowing equipment, there's nothing to take care of it, so it's just a straight up disaster. Like, absolutely epic disaster. All right, we're gonna go up into the attic and try and see if we can find the leak, but we tried last night and we couldn't find it. Let's try again, see if we can see anything. So here's the problem, is the leak is like way down in the soffit, or at least that's where the water came out, and as you can see, we added a crap load of insulation, so hard to like see anything, and not exactly sure where they even ran the pipes, so we don't know if they ran them on that side or not. Yeah, can't really see anything. Update, we think it's not a water pipe. We think maybe it's the roof or something. I mean, we did just get the roof replaced. Maybe something was screwed up. I don't know. We turned back on the water. There's no new water leaking. And we took some pictures from our neighbor's house, and you can see the skylights. There's clearly a lot of melt around the skylights, so it's possible there's a leak in our skylights. It's possible there's a leak in the roof. And then while all this is going on, I'm getting messages and texts about other problems. So a friend of mine had his pool pump exploded. because it froze. And then he just texted me and said they finally got power, so that's good. And they have heat, but they have no water. They had another pipe burst, so it's like there's at least 4 or 5 people I know now who have pipes that burst. Another friend of mine had their apartment complex, the pipe burst and the whole apartment got flooded out. Even the hospital, when I was helping out last night, I was talking to the hospital staff and they said they had water leaks on 5 floors of the hospital and all their computers were down, so it's everything is terrible. Oh, and then my neighbor who had his pipe burst, he went, and believe it or not, Lowe's was actually open, so he drove to Lowe's. I guess they were running off generators, so like none of the lights were on. They were only powering like essential stuff like cash registers and whatever. So he said it was creepy, and he said there's just a madhouse of people running to the plumbing section. You're basically like barging in trying to get parts, and he grabbed whatever he could that might work, and they were able to cap off his. So they have water again. My other neighbor that way does not have water. It's just like, this is legit bad, really bad. Yeah. Oh, and it's actually gone down in temperature. So we woke up, it was 34, it's now down to 31. It's going the wrong direction, that's not good. Yeah, so I will do a follow-up in a day or two. I'm gonna get this video out while I have internet, because I don't know how long it's gonna last. So I'm gonna edit it real quick and try and push it out to the internet. By the time you see this, it'll only be a couple hours old. I'm getting more text messages, so, well, stay warm out there. Hope all you are doing okay. Sorry it's not any car stuff in this video, but we'll be doing car stuff. It'll be sweet then, so stay tuned.